Hey guys, and welcome back to another video with your two favorite book nerds, Amy.
And Kelly.
And Buck.
Hello. Oh, you're a mess. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go on. Go back downstairs.
Alright, so at the start of 2025, we picked out 25 books that we wanted to read that year. Now we're going to talk to you guys about how well we did as far as reading those 25 must-read books. Did they remain must-reads throughout the year?
Yeah. Yeah. We all know how well I do with TBRs, so... And then after Thanksgiving, Amy challenged me to see how many we could read in the last month of what we had left.
Yeah, and I forgot to tally that up because it was like a competition.
It was.
And whoever won was going to pick a book for the other one to read?
Yes.
Did you tally that up? Because I didn't.
I know how many I read, yeah.
Dang, I'm going to have to take a look. I have a feeling
well, because it's in my December stats.
See, I didn't do my December stats, so yeah. Well, we did also film some vlog clips.
Yeah. A few.
In the month of December during our challenge. Once we challenged each other to try and finish as many books as we could, we started filming some vlog clips, so we'll include those here now, and then we'll come back and do a little wrap-up.
Yeah.
So, we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Alright guys, so, as you know, Kelly and I are locked into a competition to see who can read the most books off of their 25 and 25 TBR, whatever books we have remaining. Whoever can read the most is going to be deemed the winner, and the loser has to pick a book, or has to read a book that the other one picks. Okay, this is my 25 and 25 TBR shelf. So I have all of my books in here. I need to go through and pull some of them out, like Butcher and the Wren. I've already read that one. But yeah, this is all of the books up to here. These ones are just ones that I want to read by the end of the year, or ones that I borrowed, but everything past that is ones that I still have to read off the 25 and 25 list. I have read a total of 10 books off of my list, which means that there are 15 books remaining to get through by the end of the year. And I am going to get through all 15 of them because I am too competitive to not win this challenge, and too competitive to not finish something that I started at the beginning of the year. I just started The Third Gilmore Girl this morning. I was listening to the audiobook while I was at the gym. The Third Gilmore Girl is a autobiography by Kelly Bishop, or a memoir, sorry. It's a memoir about her life and her time on Gilmore Girls and all of that fun jazz. And so far, I am absolutely freaking loving it. Okay, the foreword by Amy Sherman Palladino, who is one of the creators of the show Gilmore Girls, was absolutely hilarious, and it was so good. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I had a smile on my face the entire time that I was listening to that foreword. And then now, like, just getting to learn more about Kelly Bishop, like, she was the perfect person to be cast as Emily Gilmore, because I can already see some of the similarities between the two, between the character and Kelly herself, and it's just, I'm just loving it so much. Like, she is one no-nonsense bitch, and I love her. I freaking love her. Like, I want to be more like Kelly Bishop. Like, oh my gosh, she's got that chutzpah, you know? I love it. I freaking love it so much. I would be shocked if this book doesn't end up being a 5-star memoir for me. So there's that. Once I finish with that, I did pull out of my little cup, wherever it went, right here, this little thing. I pulled out Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, which is the sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I don't know if I'm gonna read that one next. Actually, I might move on to If We Were Villains by ML Rio, because one of the booktubers that I watch, Reagan from Peruse Books or whatever, She read If We Were Villains in one of her recent reading vlogs, and I didn't want to watch the vlog until I read the book too, just because like I wanted to also like experience the book with her, if that makes sense. Like anytime I see a booktuber that's reading a book that's on my TBR, like I want to read the book as well. So that way when they're talking about the book, I can be like, oh my gosh, yes, like I want to experience this at the same time as you, and like what, you know. Anyway, so this one actually will be the one that I probably start next after I finish the third Gilmore. But then after that, I really don't have a plan except to just read and never stop reading until I'm done. That's my little update for now. I'll probably check in and let you know how I'm feeling about the third Gilmore Girl and everything else later, but yeah, that's all for now. Okay, this is not going to be the most flattering lighting, but we're just going to have to get over it. So, hi friends, long time, no talk. It's definitely been at least a couple of weeks since I last popped on here to talk about my 25 and 25 books and everything like that. Life has been a lot lately, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really feeling the seasonal depression hit really hard here lately, and I have not had motivation to film or really do anything at all with anything, quite frankly. So, but I am feeling a little bit better today, or more so just like, you gotta get it done, whatever, forcing myself to do this, because if I don't force myself, then it's just gonna be even worse. So I'm here, I'm making dinner currently right now. I'm making a cheesy Cajun potato soup for dinner tonight. It's a little crock pot meal. I'm gonna let it sit in there while I head to the gym here in a little bit, but I figured since I am already going to be doing things, might as well give you some reading updates. So I think last we talked, I was still in the middle of reading the third Gilmore Girl, the Kelly Bishop book, and I gotta tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, 5 stars. Absolutely freaking love that book. It is so good, and I honestly, I didn't think that I could love Kelly Bishop more. After reading that book, it's possible. I freaking love Kelly Bishop. She is, gosh, she is an inspiration. I freaking love how she is just so, oh gosh, I can't even think of words right now to like describe the feeling. Like, she just doesn't give two shits. Like, she gives a lot of shits actually, but like when she wants something, she goes after it, okay? Nothing and no one is going to stand in her way of what she wants, and she's going to work her ass off until she gets it. And she is just such a strong woman, and like, just, oh, I admire her. I'm inspired by her. I freaking love her. Amazing book. Absolutely amazing book. And once we got into the sections where it was talking about Gilmore Girls and her work on the show, I kid you not, I started crying like a little baby, because she was talking about, you know, how much that show meant to her and all those things, and how she could relate some aspects of the relationships and stuff to her own life. And I'm like, yeah, I 100% the same way. That's why I love that show so much. That's why it was my mom and I show when I was growing up and we were watching it together, because we could relate. She was my Lorelai and I was her Rory, and it was just, yeah, it was just, I'm gonna cry again right now. It was absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend. Definite must read. So once I finished the third Gilmore Girl, I decided that I wasn't going to start on a Good Girl Bad Blood, whatever the sequel is to Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Instead, I decided that I wanted to read If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. It is still taking me, I am over halfway into that book, and I am still trying my hardest to get into it. like I should probably DNF it because I don't have time to waste on books that I'm not enjoying. I have this struggle continuously with not being able to DNF books, and like I want to know what happens. It's just a lot. And I think what is really getting me is maybe like the language. There's a lot of like Shakespearean aspects in it, because like our main character he goes to a acting school, and every year their focus is on like Shakespearean dramas and things like that, and they're all, him and his classmates are all very, very passionate about Shakespeare and his works and acting, and it like flows into their normal conversations, like the lines from the plays and stuff that they've done, and just like the way that they talk, it's very like lyrical, almost like kind of poetic, and that's not a style that I generally like, and it's been a lot. I started with the audiobook, and Reagan said in her reading vlog, so I watched a little bit of it to see what her thoughts on the book were, and she said that she was listening to the audiobook and absolutely loved it. I could not handle the audio. I couldn't follow the audiobook at all, because I couldn't tell what was like them actually talking or what were the like Shakespeare lines, or like what, like I needed to visually see what was going on and who was saying what and why and how and all of the things. So I mean, obviously it's personal preference, always personal preference, and however you read and things like that, but that's kind of where I'm at with the book right now. I'm just, I don't know. I hope it gets better. Did finally kind of figure out what the mystery was, because this is like a murder mystery kind of a situation. So we finally found out what the big mystery is, because up until this point it has just been like alluded to that something catastrophic happened, that these people no longer talk anymore, and that Oliver, the main character, had been in prison for 10 years, but we had no idea why. And now it finally has come out, I guess, like what it was, and we're going back through his recount to the policeman who was in charge of the case, to try and figure out how it all went down and why and that. And I have a feeling that it's not going to be as straightforward. I don't know. We'll see. I am still, I think I'm gonna truck through. Got like 100 pages left in this book, so I feel like I'm too far to DNF it. But I mean, I keep saying that, I don't hate this book, okay? Like, it's probably a solid 3 stars right now. I don't hate it. It's just difficult for me to get into because of the way that it's written, but it's not written badly, if that makes sense. I'm picky with books, okay? So that's where I'm at right now. I am still trying to finish reading Gideon the Ninth for one of our other, Kelly and I's buddy read videos that we're doing that hasn't come out yet, you'll see later. And I also will be starting reading Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. That is our book club book for the month of December, so I need to start reading that. Hopefully, I'm hoping Good Spirits is a nice, fun, lighthearted Christmas kind of a thing. Not too spicy, you know, I don't like a lot of spice in my books. It makes me uncomfy. It makes me sound like such a prude, but I don't know. It's just a lot of the times these books go a little bit too far with their spice scenes. If you know, you know, especially you dark romance girlies. I don't know how you do it. Okay, so a lot of that isn't even physically possible. But whatever, to each their own. I'm not here to judge. We listen and we don't judge. That's kind of my reading update currently. I have no idea what I'm gonna read after If We Were Villains. There's so many books. There's so many books. And today is December 16th. So if I want to finish not only my Goodreads reading goal, but the remaining books on my 25 and 25 list, I need to be reading like a book a day. At least. So, wish me luck. I'll see you guys later with more updates. Hello guys, it is December 21st and I am back to update you again on my 25 and 25 reading. I just sat down with some breakfast. We got some French toast sticks and some blueberries and some applesauce, and also I'm trying out the new protein drinks from Unwell, Alex Cooper's brand or whatever. Haven't, like I just said, haven't had them before, so we're gonna find out how they taste. Hopefully not too like gritty like a lot of protein drinks do, but I have high hopes because I really like her other like hydration ones. My plans for today got changed because last night I was coming home from town, driving along the interstate, and my car decided that it wanted to overheat and die pretty much on the side of the interstate at like 9 o'clock at night. That was fun. Luckily, I was able to get a hold of my brother and he came out and rescued me. We hauled the car home on the trailer. So if she is here in my driveway and he's on his way over now to go and to come and look at her and see if there's anything that he can fix or if it's a bigger problem and it needs to go to the mechanic and I need to figure out another mode of transportation for the week. So things are great here, but since I don't have a car, that means I am stuck here at home. Can't go anywhere, unfortunately, so I'm gonna take advantage of my time here and try and get some reading done. I'm still trying to work my way through If We Were Villains. I am like less than 100 pages from the end by now. I'm still sitting at like about a 3. Honestly, I just want this book to be over with and I'm too far into it to DNF it and like have it be a justifiable DNF. Like, you know, I should have DNF'd it a long time ago, but I didn't. I'm sure I will finish this book by today. I also really need to finish reading Gideon the Ninth. I had been listening to it on audiobook and I highly recommend that audiobook. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is. Sorry, my camera battery died. Anyway, yeah, the audiobook for Gideon the Ninth. I'm listening to it via Spotify and it is so good, y'all. Like, the accents are phenomenal. I absolutely love the accents. Oh my gosh, this camera battery is dead too. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna stop talking then, I guess. That's my sign that I need to stop talking, but that is my plan for today. Finish If We Were Villains, finish Gideon the Ninth, start reading Good Spirits by B.K. Borison because I need to get that done. Big plan, fingers crossed that we can fix my car so that way I at least have some way to get to work this week and I'm not so stressed, even more stressed during the week of Christmas. So anyway, things are great here. Let's get some reading done. Alright, y'all, so I have exciting news. Not only did my amazing, the best brother in the whole wide world fix my car, or at least fix her enough to get me around here in town and to work and all of that, but I also managed to finally finish If We Were Villains by ML Rio. Okay, I'm ending the book. I'm ending the book at a 3. I am not a huge fan of classical literature. I'm not a fan of poetry. I am not a fan of Shakespeare, okay? I'm just not. I feel like it is because I don't actually like fully understand and grasp the deeper meaning behind all of the words and the things that are being said, and it's really hard for me to follow the language most of the time, so I'm not even like comprehending what is like the baseline of like what is being said. And there was a lot of that in here. I mean, the whole book obviously is centered around an acting troupe that does nothing but Shakespeare. And get up those presents, those are not your presents. Who does nothing but Shakespeare, and even when they're not acting, speaks in Shakespearean verse and things like that. And so I think that is genuinely what made this a tough read for me to get into. I also kind of felt like the whole murder mystery aspect of it didn't have the level of like thrill that I was hoping for, I guess. Like, it just felt like a very slow walk through the park, even though there was a murder that happened and we were trying to solve the murder and stuff. But since it was set like 10 years kind of in the past, it didn't feel like there was really any like rush to it. There was no anxiety, no nothing, and so it was just kind of a little lackadaisical walk, and I just got a little bored with it, I'm not gonna lie. However, with all that being said, I do think that, sorry, I've got cat hair all over my face. I do think that ML Rio is a fantastic writer. I knew who done it. I knew who done it way before we even got to the reveal. I didn't know the how, but I had pretty much figured out the why, the when, the who, all of the other things. And I also knew said person's fate way before that all played out. But when I was reading it, this was at the very end of the book, okay? I was reading the grand reveal of both of those things. I'll tell you, I gasped. I knew it was coming, and I still was like, oh, no, he did not. But like, still, the writing was so good that even though I knew it was coming, it was like I was reading it for the first time, if that makes sense. And it honestly, it kind of made me think and relate it back to the characters in the book with their acting. Because a lot of people, if you're gonna go see a Shakespearean play being done, like a live Shakespearean play, then you're most likely going into it already knowing the story, knowing how everything's gonna turn out and whatever. And the real beauty of it all and talent that you would see from an acting troupe comes from them making you feel like you are experiencing it all for the first time, and making everything just seem so much more real and relatable and all of these things. And that is what ML Rio did at the very end of this book with the reveals for me. So I'm like, I cannot sit here and say that they are not a good writer, because clearly, like, definitely give them props for the writing. It just, I think, was the context of the story, I guess, the setting of it all. I know that ML Rio has another book out called Graveyard Shift, I believe, that is a little bit more horror focused. So I am going to be giving that one a try. And this is the only book that I got read today. It is 5:30 at night. I honestly, what I should have done today, knowing, full well knowing that, you know, I wanted to get books read, I should have put my phone in phone jail and locked it away, threw away the key, because I continued to get distracted by the doom scrolling that you know, happens if my phone is within 10 feet of me or whatever. So that is what happened, and I only finished one of the 3 books that I wanted to get to today. And now I have a movie pulled up. I want to watch Roof Man. It's the new Channing Tatum movie that just came out this year, and it looks really funny. And yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I need to fold some clothes, fold some laundry, put it away, So I might do that for a little bit and then take a break from the movie and read in Gideon the Ninth and whatever. Do kind of like a lazy version of reading sprints, I guess. Just kind of go with the flow of reading sprints. But we'll see. I need to get to bed early tonight because I have a very early morning tomorrow. We'll play it by ear, but I'll keep you posted on how things are going. I also have no idea what I'm going to eat for dinner. We're just flying by the seat of our pants right now. I'll talk to you again soon.
Well, here we go. Here is my remaining 25 and 25 books. Top shelf. Except for that one. That's just there for show because I think it's pretty. So there are 17 that I have left to read. So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be making some substitutions. When I did my TBR shelf declutter tour thing, there was several that I said that if I had not put them on the 25 and 25, I probably would be getting rid of them as well, or at least bumping them way down on the list. So since we're doing this as a competition and kind of a race to the finish line, to the end of the year, I'm going to do some substituting here. So the first one I'm taking off my list is A Fadington Blood by Danielle Jensen. This, when I got it from Book of the Month, was honestly not what I thought it was. So, and since then, on all of the reviews and things that I've seen about this book, I don't think I'm going to like it. So I'm taking that one off. I am also taking off Small Angels by Lauren Owen. Another Book of the Month from back in the day when I was just like, whatever, it's a book, I want it. I do think I'm going to keep it. I'm just taking it off of that list. Also, I am taking off A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy Lynn. Another one I am keeping. I'm just not going to take it off the list because I'm really not interested in reading it right now. Actually, I have 18 because I forgot I already pulled this one off the shelf, La Hacienda. So that is actually still on there. So I have 18. So anyway, for the 3 that I took off, what I'm replacing it with is Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett, the 3rd in the Emily Wilde series. The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. This is, well, it's not a series, so it's not a sequel, but it's another set in the same world as The Spell Shop by her. And the 3rd one, which I right now can't find my physical copy of, but we'll cross that bridge if we actually ever get there, is A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett. And I originally made my list from the list of Goodreads finalists through like the last 5 years. So the 3 that I'm putting on the list were finalists from 2025. So I did keep with that theme. So that is the substitutions I'm making, and I'm going to start playing to my strengths. I'm going to start with these 2. I'm not sure which one I'm going to read yet, but one of these 2 I'm going to start with, and I'm going to start listening to Babel by R.F. Kuang because, let's be real, I'm not getting through that with the limited time that I have to do physical readings. So I am going to start listening to Babel. That is the plan, and I will update you when I've actually read something. Last time I tried to update, it was just a mess of road noise and shaky cameras and wind, and well, I'm not sure this is going to be any better, but I really got to get an update going here. So I was going to start with The Enchanted Garden by Sarah Beth Durst and Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett. I did finish both of those, and so first, The Enchanted Garden. It's kind of a in the same world as her other book, The Spell Shop, which in this case I did like better. In that book, there was a sentient spider plant, and it had been created by this other librarian who performed illegal magic
and created this plant, and as a punishment, she was turned into a statue. So this is now the story of that, but not like in the creation of the plant, but afterwards. So obviously she is returned back to her human form from being a statue, and she finds herself when she wakes up on an island of enchanted greenhouses, but they are failing, and so the only gardener left on this island with these greenhouses is Grumpy. So we've got a grumpy gardener. He had applied for help, and he thought that this was his help, that a sorcerer was being sent. So anyway, things happen. They go about saving these greenhouses. It's very much a cozy fantasy, cozy romantasy book, and it's still very good. I enjoyed it. They're the winged cats from the spell shop. Same winged cats are there. We have more talking plants and magic, and it was a good time. So then, Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, I can't really talk too much about because it's the third book in a series, and it is the final book in the series. So all I will say is that I really enjoyed it. I think it wrapped up the series very well. It did not replace the first book in the series as my favorite. That book is still my favorite, but I think this one I like better than the second book. So it was done very well. So I was listening to the audiobook of Babel, and I did put that down. I'm not going to talk about it yet because I'm going to give it a second chance. But then I started listening to The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi, which I did finish, and I loved it. It was so good. The characters were good. The plot was good. And usually I'm character over plot usually, but this one had both of them for me. I loved it. So Amina is a pirate, or was a pirate, in the Indian Ocean I think it's at the 13th, it was set in the 13th century, 14th century, something like that. She has been retired for 10 years at this point, but she gets roped back in to going back to her old ways, to get her crew and her ship back, to go on this kind of like one last adventure to save a kidnapped girl. And it is very much adventure fantasy. It's obviously the goal is to find and save this girl, but there's so many different like side quests and little adventures that they go on, and there's magic and the ships and the sea creatures and all these different islands they've been. I loved it. It was really good. So I did, of course, listen to the audiobook, but I read it physically as well, so I switched back and forth. But I would highly recommend the audiobook. It was so good, and it really helped me with like pronunciations and things like that. After I finished Emily Wilde, the next physical book that I picked up was The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas, which is a gothic, kind of gothic romance story set in 1930s Mexico. And I loved it. It was really, really good. It is basically your typical gothic story. There's really not any surprises here. You know, you've got a newly married couple, mysterious husband, creepy house. There's a forbidden romance in here. Some supernatural things going on. It's kind of like your typical gothic story, and it does follow it. There was really like no surprises here as far as that goes, but it was just really, really well done. This is an excellent example of that genre. So I enjoyed it quite a lot. What I did really like about this one is it's not real long. So, you know, compared to like Jane Eyre that's like this big. So it jumped into things very quickly, and it did not let up until the end. So I really enjoyed it, and the way it just kept going pressure. So I liked that one quite a bit too. So now that I finished that, I'm going to, next physical book, I think I'm going to do The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. And now that I've finished the audiobook of Amina al-Sarafi, I am going to go back and give Babel another try. I am currently driving to a family Christmas party, and I've got about an hour, so I figure that will be a good chance for me to give Babel another try and see if it was just the mood I was in. So I'm going to go and do that and start paying better attention to the road because the traffic is kind of crazy today. So.
Take your next right on Southeast West Edge Road. At the stop sign, turn right on Southeast West Edge Road. Then you'll take your first left on the Southeast Yacht Court. Turn left on the Southeast Yacht Court. Then your destination will be on the right. Your destination is on the right.
So I have arrived, and during that drive, I listened to Babel a little bit longer and turned it back off again. And I'm going to put it down now. I'm DNFing it. But I will get more into that later because I'm here at my Christmas party, so I'm going to run in and see my family. Talk to you soon. So I gave it another try and I'm still not into it. I usually I wouldn't give it so many tries, but considering this whole bet contest with Amy going on, I felt like I probably ought to give it more than my usual fair shots. But so I did. And yeah, I still just, it's not for me. Mostly I'm just bored. I think that this style of the storytelling just isn't for me. There's a lot of telling what's going on rather than just letting the characters, show don't tell. There's very little showing going on. And I just don't care. I don't care about any of these characters. I don't care about the plot. I don't care about anything in this book. I'm just bored. And I think the way that, it just seems like a really interesting concept. I mean, I don't probably think I have to go over what Babel's about for anybody anymore. So the concept of, colonialism and the British Empire and doing an alternative history where you throw magic in on that just seemed really cool. But the way it's being presented is just, to me, it's just dull and boring, and I'm just not having any fun with it. I'm also having a little issue with this alternative history thing, because I just don't see it. I don't see where that's going on. I really expected that the magic system or the introduction of magic would just have this like significant impact on how history went. And it's not. It's just, this magical element is just there. It doesn't seem to really be doing anything. It's just basically like another resource that was, stolen or exploited in the whole colonization process. Not that it's impacting the world in any way. And so I don't really feel, this feels more like historical I guess fantasy. I mean, I'm just really not seeing the fantasy angle here very much, unless you just say, oh, there's magic. But it doesn't do anything. I don't know. This is not for me. So I am gonna put it down for good now. And I haven't really picked out another audiobook to listen to yet. I am currently physically reading The Wishing Game, which so far is okay. It's kind of a charming little cozy sort of thing. Enjoying it. It's kind of a fluff piece. I'll talk more about it when I'm done with it. So that's where I'm at right now.
All right.
Okay.
We're back.
We have not seen each other's clips, so I don't know how many you read. You don't know how many I did. All right.
We'll go ahead and go through all of the books that we put on our 25 in 25, so that way you guys can see which books are on there, and then we'll talk about which ones we actually finished and got to. I guess I'll go first since mine are all stacked here on the corner.
Go ahead.
We'll have to move to see Kelly's. The stack, it's too heavy. This is why I jam. My 25 in 2025. The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jesse Q. Sutanto. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Finlay Donovan is Killing It by El Cazimano. The House That Horror Built by Christina Henry. Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. You can really tell which ones I read and which ones I didn't. Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. If We Were Villains by ML Rio. Start a Villain by John Scalzi. The Ballad of Perilous Graves by Alex Jennings. Love That Story by Jonathan Van Ness. The Third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop. Hide by Kirsten White. The Hollow Places by T. King Fisher. 0 Days by Ruth Ware. 9 Lives by Peter Swanson. Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. The Undermining of Twyla and Frank by Megan Bannon. Immortality, A Love Story by Dana Schwartz. Ha, nailed it.
It's like a quiz.
It is. It feels like a quiz. Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. Funny Story by Emily Henry. And finally, Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson.
Okay.
Now Kelly's.
Now Fish Starling House by Alex Harrow. The Atlas 6 by Ella V. Blake. Other Birds by Sarah Allen Addison. The Foxwife by Yangzi Chu. Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. Also Immortality by Dana Schwartz. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. Venko by Cherie Demeline. Clymenestra by Constanza Casati. Book of the Witching by C.J. Cook. The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer. What the River Knows by Isabella Banyas. The Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas. The Seventh Veil of Salome by
Sylvia Moreno Garcia.
Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I knew it. The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. The Ministry of Time by Kellyanne Bradley. The Frozen River by Ariel Lawn. Also Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. Babel by R.F. Kuang. The Hacienda, Isabel Cañas. The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett. The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. And lastly, A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett.
To no one's surprise that one is on there, I think you're gonna love that book.
Well, I will tell you, like, this is not the list I started with.
No, it's sure not. That one's a newer one.
I substituted these 3 books. So 2 of the books that I took off my shelf entirely. And the third one, I knew it was not something I was into reading at this moment. And since it was a challenge time, I substituted them for 3 books I knew I wanted to read. So
she's like, I'm not losing this challenge.
I'm not losing. I'm
the
getting
competitiveness came out, and she's just like, I'm gonna win.
I'm getting these books read.
I'm gonna cheat if I have to.
That was mine. Okay.
All right.
There's the 50 books.
The 50 books. that we wanted to read in 2025, and I can tell you right now that I didn't read all 25 of mine.
I did not either. All right, Amy, so how many did you read?
Total?
No, after Thanksgiving. Let's do
Thanksgiving.
that first. After
Okay.
Thanksgiving, how many did you read?
I read 4.
Which ones did you read?
Which one did I read?
Which one did you
I
read?
read Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. It's very similar along the lines of like Finley Donovan in like the style, because it's also a mystery and whatever, and it's from the same author of
Dial A for Aunties.
yes.
Mhm.
Yes, so it had some good funny bits in it, so it was a 4-star read. All about to say it was 4 stars. I also read If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. Did not like that book. I gave it 3 stars generously. I read The Third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop. 5 stars. Loved it. One of the best books I read all year long. And then I also read Love That Story by Jonathan Van Ness, and I gave it 2 stars.
Oh no.
I know.
Because his other one you like adore.
The other one I gave 5 stars, and this one, I think this one would have been, this one was very kind of like, not preachy, but teachy. Like it was trying to teach people how to be better humans, I guess, and a lot of it was just stuff that I already knew. Like that sounds really get your nose out of the air,
Just-
Amy, but like,
well, but
you
just
know,
very
like,
generic.
yeah, I mean, obviously it was a lot of stuff revolving around like queer life, LGBTQ kind of a stuff, and something our country struggles with a lot, especially nowadays. But it's not something that I have an issue with, like, you know, like
Yeah. Yeah.
so it was kind of more of just like that. It did make me cry, the very first story, because it talked about his cat that died accidentally, tragically. It was so sad. I sobbed so hard, but
It's always the pets. It's always the pets.
those were the only 4 that I made it through in our challenge. So I have a feeling that I lost. Because I'm
Well-
looking at this stack and I...
Okay, but I mean, yeah, you did. But but only by 1. I read 5.
That makes it worse!
Because
I was
technically,
so you DNF'd that one. I know you did DNF that one.
I DNF'd Babel. But this is like an over 500-page book, and I read over half of it. So
I think you
I
earned
read a
half
whole
of-
book.
Yeah.
I read a whole book. But no, I tried physically I tried the audiobook multiple times, which you saw on my blogs. And I did try and physically read some too, thinking maybe that would help, but it just didn't. And I feel bad that I did not like it, but I just found it very boring in the end. It's supposed to be an alternate history of Imperial England, you know, during the 1800s when they were all out there colonizing and stuff. So, but it has magic. The thing was, it's like having magic was the literal only difference, and the magic did nothing. In the parts that I read, the magic did nothing to alter the flow of history. When you have an alternate history book, it's supposed to be an alternate history. It was not. And then I found the magic really boring, so I did DNF that one. And given that I did not like that one at all, and when I read Yellowface, it was just kind of meh, I also took another book of hers off my shelf, and I'm not gonna. I think I've given her the good old college try. So,
Fair enough.
and I did finish this, but I finished it in January. So I only got about half of it done in December. This is the one that took me like 2 weeks to read.
Really?
Yeah, and not because I love this book. I love it.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, that surprises
No.
me, because
Loved this book. It was just life in general. I was having a hard time concentrating for any significant length of time. Also, almost a 500-page book. But I did. So I did read half of it but I did not finish. So these are the 5 that I did finish, which is The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, which I give 3 stars to. The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas, which I give 4 stars to. Let's go. The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi, which I gave 5 stars to. Solid 5 stars all day long.
Love to see it.
I'm so sorry it took me so long to pick this book up, but I'm not sorry because the next one is coming out this year. So I'm not sorry that I waited that. Also, I would say the audiobook is amazing, and I don't do audiobooks, but the voice actors are amazing. Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, which I give 4 stars to, which wraps up that series.
Oh, really?
Trilogy. And The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst, which I believe I gave 4 stars to. It was 3.5 or 4. I think I just rounded it up to 4. So,
Is that
those are the 5 that
the same author that did The Spell Shop?
It is. Yes.
Are they connected? Is it a cat?
It is a winged cat. There are winged cats in both of these books. It is set in the same world as The Spell Shop, just well, no, actually around the same time frame as well. So it's just a story of the same time in the same world, just a different place and characters. I loved this book, 5 stars, but this one was a little too cutesy without having any kind of not any kind. It had some depth to it, but the cutesy overruled. And I just didn't think it was as well put together of a story.
Fair enough.
So I did 5.
Okay, do you have a book picked out for me to read since I lost?
I don't. I'll get
Okay.
you. I'll get you though. I'll get one. Oh, actually, I do. I'm gonna go get it.
Oh gosh. When she remembers like that, I know to be scared. I'm just getting my emotional support water bottle out for this. I think the last book that she challenged me to read after I lost to her was Mistborn. It was a time.
It's the book I should have picked for you last time.
Yes! The better Brandon Sanderson! Maybe, I don't know. I just told him that Mistborn was the one that you made me read.
Oh, it was. And I did say at the time I should have picked this one. Mistborn's a good entry point to Sanderson if you are already into fantasy. This is the one I should have picked. So, there we go.
I'm excited. This was already on my TBR, and it has been on my TBR for a long time, so
There you go.
thank you for being nice to me.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to go over
Over the rest of the books.
the rest,
The rest of the books.
the total?
The totals. So, in addition to the 4 books that I just talked about, read after Thanksgiving, all of that, I read another 12 off of the 25 and 25 list. So that brought me to a grand total of 16 out of 25 books that I read. Over half, which is good, but not as high as I would have liked.
How many did you say? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Wow.
I was counting my own.
See how it is? I read 16.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's over half.
that's-
Over half.
I just said
You
that.
just
was
said
over-
that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I was counting my own. Thank you. Stop. All right, what'd you read?
All right. So, I read Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I ended up giving this one 3 stars. I was really hoping for some, I don't know, I saw serial killers in the title and I thought this could be the romance novel that I might actually like, and unfortunately it was not. There wasn't a single serial killer in it.
Keep looking.
I know, I just want to see one of them fall in love. No, I'm just kidding.
Just one.
A serial killer deserves love too. Well, I guess a lot of them have had love, and we see how that turned out for their spouses. So anyway, maybe not. But yeah, 3 stars for this one. I also read Funny Story by Emily Henry, the one romance author that I am a stan for and will forever be a stan for. I gave this one 4 stars. I also read Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, 4 stars. Freaking love this series so much.
The next one's really good too.
I read Accomplice to the Villain.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. And now the 4th one is coming out this year.
This year?
Like in soon.
Okay,
It's coming
yeah.
out soon.
Yeah.
Because I have the pre-order ready. I also read Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. If you've been around here for a while,
I was gonna say.
you might know that this was a book that I already should have read because it was in our Romantasy March Madness.
In 24.
24. Yeah.
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 Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we did Sylvia Moreno Garcia this year, didn't we?
We
Or
did.
in 25.
25.
So,
yeah. So what had happened was is I read almost to the end of the book and then didn't finish it. But I knew by that point, because I ran out of time,
Yes.
there were so many books. And
So many.
so many. And I knew at that point that I had gotten to that it was going to be a 5-star read. I'm like, I loved it, okay? It's Bridgerton with magic. What was there to not love? And I just never went back and actually finished the book. Well, I finally did! Here in 2025, I finally did! And the grand surprise, it wasn't 5 stars.
Really?
I gave it 4.
No kidding.
I think I was being a little harsh on books at 25, honestly. But yeah, it just wasn't hitting me as like
When you weren't in the romantasy groove.
yeah, it wasn't hitting as hard. But I still really enjoyed it. It really is Bridgerton with magic, and it was great, and I absolutely love Theodora.
She's a great character.
She's fantastic. So yeah, definitely still a great book. I also read The Whisper Man by Alex North. I don't have the copy of it anymore because I sold that as soon as I finished reading it. It was 2 stars. It was the worst book that I read out of this stack of books. Not the worst book of the whole year, but definitely out of the 2025, or the 25 and 25 list. I also read... What are you doing in that stack, you silly goose?
We might be a little punchy. It's already fairly late. And,
It's almost bedtime.
And we're... Yeah.
So, anyway, I also read The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher, another fantastic chef's kiss of a book from T. Kingfisher. This book is guaranteed to give you some nightmares.
Yeah.
Kelly can
Yeah.
attest.
Mhm.
It was fantastic, very well done, 4 stars. Not quite a 5 for me, but
If you either grew up watching Gravity Falls, or you, like me, were a parent and your children watched Gravity Falls, and you want an adult version of Gravity Falls, right there.
yeah, you'll never be able to look at a willow trees the same way
No.
again. That's for sure.
Or
I don't.
taxidermy,
Oh yeah. Oh,
for that matter.
yeah.
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 I also read The Butcher and the Wren by Elena Urquhart.
No. Oh, yeah, sorry. I always get that one confused with, the Butcher and Blackbird.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you're right, yeah.
Yes. The one from Morbid.
Yeah, the one from Morbid. Yes.
Yes. I gave it 3 stars. Honestly, it was a bit of a letdown. As much as it pains me to say, because I love Morbid. I do. I love Elena. I love her. It just was a little bit too... Look at how much I know and textbooky kind of feeling to me.
Kinda.
It presented information in the way of a podcast instead of
Yeah.
presenting things in the way of a story.
Yeah.
As far, like, that's how I felt when I was reading it.
And there was one twist in that one that threw me off, and after that happened, I could not reconcile my brain to it anymore. And not... Plus, I think I've mentioned it before. When they're at the concert,
Oh, yes.
right?
Yes.
They're at the concert, and there's a body under the stage.
The stage.
There's a security guy sitting right there, right? Completely oblivious. No big deal. The main character walks right up, and she is like right beside him, and she instantly gets like this overwhelming smell of decay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the guy's sitting right there and he didn't smell bad.
Right.
So it's kind of like little
She's
things
got a
like
super
that.
sniffer.
Little things like that. Just kind of, I gave it a 3-2 when I read it, so.
I didn't hate it. It just
Mm-mm.
wasn't quite what I was hoping, I guess. I also read Starter Villain by John Scalzi. 4 stars. 4 stars. But I love this book, man. I know it's only 4 stars, but I'm gonna say I loved it because the cats. Are you kidding?
I know!
If you are a cat lover, you need to read this book. Whether you like sci-fi, fantasy, whatever, you need to read it because the cats in here are fantastic. And then the dolphins.
I know, that's what I was
Dolphins with the unions.
The dolphins were unionized.
Striking dolphins.
I adored that book. I adored it.
It was so good. I will admit, like, kind of as we neared the end and stuff, I started to get a little bit bored with it, just a smidge. But I mean, other than that, it was fantastic. It was so funny. It was so funny, and just like the commentary through the whole thing. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Also read Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, which is the second book in Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, because there's more than 3, so series. I gave this one 3 stars. It's kind of one where you have to stretch your brain a little bit because we have a high school senior solving crimes and investigating more than the cops and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The twist at the end of the book, the big reveal and all of that, while not shocking, was done well. It took a very long time for this book to actually start getting into the action. It was very kind of slow and boring for a good half of the book, and then once we really started getting into it, it was good. So that salvaged it, but I don't think I'm going to continue on with the series, though. Kind of had enough of Pip.
The Completionist is not going on.
I'm trying to be better in 2026. New year, new me, baby. We'll see. There's still a chance at all. There's only 2 more books left.
Get your DNF on.
I don't know about I'd go that far. But anyway.
Anyway.
I also read Finlay Donovan is Killing It by Ella Quasimodo. Pretty sure I talked about this in one of our wrap-ups already. 4 stars. Loved it. Loved the whole series. There's another one coming out this year, I think. I'm about to go pre-order it as well. Love it. It's just such a fun mystery series. Like, just so good.
Oh.
I just love it so much. Also read Murder Your Employer, which we read for
book club.
Yeah, How to Murder Your Employer, whatever. Rupert
Mm-hmm.
Holmes. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that one when I was going through. I didn't mention some of these because I didn't have them. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
There's a couple that weren't on our list.
Yeah, whoopsie. But anyway,
there you go.
Little surprises sprinkled in here.
I can spot the difference.
Yeah. If you watched our book club discussion on that one, then you know that neither one of us really thought it was that great. I gave it 3 stars generously.
Yeah.
But you can go watch that one for even more insight.
Spoilers though.
Lots of spoilers. I did finish Mistborn by Brando Sando. I gave it 3 stars. I got really mad when they killed off my favorite character, and I never recovered from that. Still haven't recovered from that. I know. I might go on with the series because the character, the other main character that did survive, that I really hated in this book, apparently gets better. The girl, whatever her name was.
Yeah. Vin.
Yeah. Hated her in this book. Wish she would have died instead, but no. Had to take out Kelsier. Are you kidding me? I understand why, but I don't agree with it. Those were all the ones that I did get to.
All right. So, as the 5 here, and then I read another on top of that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 12. And then technically, though I DNF'd it, it is off. So there would be 13. And also technically, even though I finished it in January, it is also off. So all told, 14 off the list. Even though I didn't read them all either in time or at all. I read The Frozen River by Ariel Lawton. That was our book club book back in February. So yeah, if you don't care about spoilers and you'd like to hear more about this book, you can go read it. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I believe I gave it 4 stars. I think. Yeah, I did. Historical murder mystery fiction. So really good. I also read Apprentice to the Villains. I gave these 4 stars, right?
I was gonna say, if you said anything lower than 4 stars, we were gonna
'cause,
fight.
I mean, I want to say that I gave Assistant 3 stars. I'm gonna check myself.
My eye's about to start twitching at
Because
that.
I think I gave Accomplice 4 stars. And I think I gave these 2 3 stars.
We did not read the same book, if that is the case.
Well, yeah, 3 stars. But, see...
Explain yourself
well,
immediately.
because the thing is that I thought the first 2 books, in some fashion, it's very much slapstick, absurdist kind of humor. And in the first 2 books, I thought the campiness sometimes went a little too far. It's also very much a sunshine grumpy, and it was at times over the top. And there were side quests that I don't think needed to happen other than to pad the book. And so I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them a lot. I mean, laughed my butt off in places, and Kingsley is amazing no matter where he's at. So no, 3 stars is not a bad thing. I mean, I'm not like trashing him. But it wasn't until I read Accomplice to the Villain that started hitting for me. I think some of the over-the-topness leveled off. And so, but in the first 2, it just kind of, it was a little too much for me to think that they were more than just kind of, that was fun. That was fun, but not great. Then, The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. This was the first one in this world, like I mentioned, with the Enchanted Greenhouse, and I liked it so much better. I think it is cozy, romantic-y. I gave it 5 stars. But it had enough stakes and enough threats that it gave it that bite that I like, even though it's fantasy. And I think that the main character, both of them are main characters kind of trying to reinvent themselves in kind of a new world kind of thing after a big shakeup in their world. And I think that this character had more struggles in that to overcome, and therefore doing it. There's a talking plant in this, and I think that one was more well done because there's also talking plant in that one, but I like this one better. And there are winged cats. So
You can't tell that we're cat lovers, can you?
no, not at all. Not at all. The Ministry of Time, hated this book. 2 stars. I don't even know why I gave it 2 stars. I think that was very generous of
I
me.
remember the wrap up for that.
Yeah,
you can
go. See, this I think was basically the only book I ran in January, or completed in January, because I was reading Way of Kings at the same time. I hated this book. I really, really, really hated that book. It was just...
You'll find it on Kelly's Pango.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, lots of people loved it, so you just take that for what it's worth. Yeah, I'm truly trying to sell my Pango books. They are all books I hated, but somebody will love them. The Seventh Veil of Salome by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I gave this 4 stars. This is an old Hollywood historical fiction. Really good. Really good. Yeah. It had, I think, 3 different timelines going on. It was, the main one was in the 50s. Was it the 1950s when they were filming the movie?
The old Hollywood.
Yeah. Then the present day of a reporter interviewing people that were during this time, working on that movie or whatever. And then there was a very ancient past viewpoint of Salome. So it was really good. I liked it a lot. Also did the audiobook of that one while I was painting, so I couldn't get distracted. It was pretty good too. The Vampires of El Norte, gave this 5 stars. You can go on the wrap up a couple months ago. I did read this for Summerween. Guys, this was so good. This was just amazingly so good. The vampires in this were so imaginative. And just, it's also historical fantasy fiction. So, set in the time, it's set in Mexico during, right as the Mexican-American War started. So, it was really, really good. It is, I don't know. I almost want to say it's young adult, but I'm not sure.
Really?
It was just really good. It's definitely a romance, which is not always my favorite, but I really, really like the romance between Nina and Nestor in this book. It was so well done.
It is.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. So, really good. Also a YA book, What the River Knows by, this one's Isabel Ibanez. This was really good. I enjoyed this a lot. I think I gave this 4 stars as well. About a girl living in, I think it's Argentina, and her parents, like 6 months out of the year, go to Egypt. They're Egyptologists. And so when they come home, or was it Brazil? Or was it Mexico? Gosh, now I am a mess. I don't think it was Mexico. I was right the first time. So when they come home, they tell her stories, and she was always asking to go with them, and they would never let her go. Well, one time they go, and they disappear, presumed dead. And so our girl decides to run away and hop on a boat and go to Egypt and try and figure out what's going on with her family. It's the first of a duology, but it was really good. I don't always enjoy YA books, but this one was done really well.
Are you going to read the second book?
I am, yes. Absolutely I am. So, and then as I said before, I DNF Babel. A Drop of Corruption, which I did finish in January, so not in time, but it's off. But
Hey, I counted the ones that I read in January too.
this was so good. This was so good. It did somewhat like the first one, a little bit better. But the mystery was so good. This is like a Sherlock Holmes in a fantasy world. And so the first one, which was...
The Tainted Cup.
Thank you, The Tainted Cup. They're both murder mysteries. And so Anna is like the Sherlock Holmes character. And Din is her assistant, so kind of like a Watson sidekick kind of thing. But Anna is very quirky. And Din has these really cool abilities. And this whole like world is built around... So in what they call the wet season, there are leviathans that live in the ocean. And during the wet season, the leviathans come close to shore and sometimes will come up onto land and just go marauding and start killing people. So they have all these like defenses built up and stuff. So anyway, when they kill them, they can harvest their blood. And they make these different, they call them regents, out of their blood that will alter, they can alter their humans. But they can also use them to affect the natural world. So like they can alter plants to grow and create walls. So they can actually build houses out of plants. And all kinds of really, really cool stuff. But this book... is also obviously a murder mystery, but there's also some politics thrown into it. You get to learn a little more about the Leviathans. You learn a little more about the politics of the world. You learn a whole lot more about some weird things about Anna and how she can do what she does, like do the whole deductions thing. And you get the Sherlock Holmes deductions, but you get like 3 of them or 4 of them in this book, so they're like all along. So anyway, it was really good. I enjoyed this so much. I can't wait for the next one. So that's me.
Well, did you do ratings, like average rating or number?
I did not.
Okay, well,
I did not.
We can skip that.
Oh, that's right. What'd you have?
Well, so out of all of those books that I read, my 16, going back through it, I ended up having 1 5-star, 7 4-stars, 6 3-stars, 2 2-stars, and no 1-stars, so that's good. So
Sorry, go ahead.
it gave me an average rating of 3.4 stars, which is pretty meh, but also very on par for my 2025 reading in general, as you'll see in another one of our videos. So I guess it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Those 2 2-stars really brought me down. Freaking Alex North. Tell you what.
Okay. I have done the figures. So I had 1 2-star, 2 3-stars, 1 2 3 4 5 6 4-stars. I did that backwards. Hang on. Recalculation. Recalculating. Oh, well, that worked out well. Okay. So, all right, again, 1 2-star, 2 3-stars, 6 4-stars, and 4 5-stars. So my average was 4 stars.
Dang.
I know. Even came out exactly 4.
That's impressive. That's impressive. I'm very
So
happy
yeah,
for you.
I did. I had a couple duds, but you know, overall, it's all right. My monthly December average was not that good. I mean, I'm happy with the books that I ended up with. I'm glad I substituted because
Yeah.
ended up with some pretty good reads.
So finally, talk about the books that we didn't get to in 2025. There was quite a stack. For me, I think that was 11. If I can, nope, 9? 9. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
had
6,
11.
7, 8, 9. There we go. I can do math, I promise. Okay, so out of the 9 that I had left, 4 of them will be going on my 26 in 26 list. That is The Ballad of Perilous Graves by Alex Jennings. I want to read this so bad. I swear I do. The Undermining of Twyla and Frank by Megan Bannon. I know. I need to get on this one too. Alright. Immortality by Dana Schwartz. This one will for sure be getting read in 2026 because
We're gonna body read it.
we're buddy reading it for February. So this one's going to be getting done without question. And then Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater, which is a book in the Raven cycle, the Raven Boys series, all of that. The fact that I haven't read this yet is honestly a little embarrassing.
All right.
Okay.
On mine, I'm only carrying over 2.
Ooh,
Now,
yikes.
I will say 4 now.
Out of 11?
Because I haven't picked my 26 yet. So, there may be more as I go through, but yeah, I don't. So when I picked my 25, I went and saw how many of the Goodreads finalists over the last 3 years I had on my shelf. And it turned out I had 25. So that is why I picked some of these books, and that is why I substituted. And by the way, my substitutions were on 2025's Goodreads list. So I still kept to my rule. I didn't cheat quite that much.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but they still were Goodreads finalists. So that, I mean, that's why I ended up with these books. It's not necessarily like these were the ones I really wanted to read. It was just because I needed some kind of guide to pick a TBR that I knew I wasn't going to get through anyway. So
Fair enough.
there you go. So yeah, the 2 books that I am carrying over is, again, Immortality, as Amy said, and also My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones.
God.
I am.
Needs to read it
I know.
immediately.
I am gonna get there. So, for now,
She's been telling me she's gonna get there for months.
I know.
In fact, a whole year she's been telling me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. But it's going on the 26 list. So, and I mean, some of the others may end up there, but I think I have 26 books that I really would put higher than all of these. So, those are the 2 that I'm carrying over. Whew,
Yeah.
that was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot of books.
So that is
Okay.
going to do it for our 25 in 2025 wrap up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing how that whole experiment went. I guess we can call it an experiment, a challenge.
Challenge.
And it definitely was a challenge.
We were challenged.
We were challenged and we failed. But that's okay, because 2026 is a new year and we're trying again.
That's right.
With
That's right.
one more book than last year. So,
One more.
because, you know, what's one more?
What's one more?
What's one more? Alright, well, if you guys did enjoy watching this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and going down below the video, hit the red subscribe button, join the Everyday Adventure family so you can see our beautiful faces every week with new book videos. trying to do better about actually posting a video every week.
Yeah.
Because we're batch filming tonight, guys. So
Without a 3-month hiatus in the middle of it all.
yeah. It's
We
gonna
failed. We failed.
be. That was the old us, okay?
Yes.
It's a new year, new us.
Mhm.
This we said last year too, but it's fine.
Every year's a new year.
Every year's a new year to try and be
We're
better.
gonna try again.
Speaking of trying to do
Yeah.
better, you can also go and follow us over on TikTok and Instagram at Everyday Epic Book Club. On both of those, there's some content there.
There's some.
There's some.
There's
Not as
some.
much as there should be, but there's some.
I need
So.
to start doing my 1-minute book reviews again.
Those
I
for
need,
carrying the team, man.
you need practice on being a little more brief on things.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of. We go through SD cards and stuff here when Kelly gets to talking about books.
We do. We do. Because I just don't shut up.
I appreciate that, though.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I enjoy
Okay.
listening to you talk about books. Always sounds so, like, very fluid. What's the word I'm trying to say?
I don't know.
I don't know. You
I
sound
don't know. I don't know. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
Words are hard.
I just read them. I don't speak them well.
I don't think the words. Just read them.
Anyway, this video needs to end. Kelly,
We need to end.
What else?
We need to
What else do you
end.
have to say?
So, after or before or during, I don't know. While you're checking out all that other stuff, be sure and check out the rest of Amy's channel. There's a lot more book content, and there's other content as well. So there's like shopping, there's home renovations, there is, right now she's doing a whole, like, getting her finances together, working towards financial independence. So holding herself accountable. So those are good ones to watch. And then you can also head over to her blog where you can have other content like Watch It Wednesdays and Foodie Fridays. So check it all out and become a part of the entire Everyday Adventurer family.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, do it all.
Do it all. Alright, so like I said, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'm Amy,
And I'm Kelly.
and we are the Everyday Epic. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.